Good morning. This is Kathy. So I'm in the crafting area or the crafting space, and I have these. So these are the smaller size boxes that I already have pre-measured, and these ones obviously are already pre-made for another client. But this particular part, the Amazon and the Amazon sticker, the tape, don't need to necessarily be used. We wouldn't even have to use these if you didn't want to, but we could trick these out with your husband's name. But as an example, I was just playing with paper this morning, and I wrote these ideas down, but I wanted to be able to just kind of play with them. But if we didn't put that logo, the label there, and we used the Lodge cast iron logo, and I know this isn't the logo, but I'm just visually trying to show you a little bit of what I was thinking of doing, and wrapping the boxes so that it looks a little bit like this. Stacking two of these smaller version of the boxes in these eggs, these ornaments that hold things. And then also we could go so far as to put the 2020 logo hanging with some Omniflex, so it's suspended in the air. We could have these, and the thing that I thought might be the piece de resistance is your husband, if he builds boxes, then he might not be the person that invoices them. But I was just drawing up little like miniature blueprints. I had an invoice. I had just like different ideas where, sorry, this one was like a generic. Don't get me wrong, these other ones are generic too, but have the GB logo at the top, have like a faux signature, some information. See, all of this stuff can be made standard size and shrunk to print. The envelope that this stuff came in, and then it would have the GB logo at the top. We could again have the Lodge logo down here. And this stuff could just be basically in here, floating in with the rest of this stuff. Well, if I angle these guys, let me put this down. And I'm going to take these things off, because once things are glued on, they don't, you know, obviously they don't move. But we could have something along the lines like that. Logo, the envelope, and it could be, the things are going to move around almost like a snow globe. That's why I want to hang, to suspend the 2020 from the top, so it's hanging maybe about 1/4 of an inch from the top. And close this guy off. We can also use a little bit of this packing. They call them snowballs, but to me, when you see packages like this, so let me just put a little bit in there just so you can kind of visually see what it would look like. And it's staticky, so I'm not sure about all of that. That's okay though. And then, so we have the invoice, we have that. We could go so far as to do like even something else, like some miniature swag, meaning like we could do, if his company has a bumper sticker, we could like put a couple of those in there, throw those in there as well. We could do a faux miniature thank you card. So here, let me write that on here. I'm just gonna write thank you. And of course it would all be printed on paper or whatever, but you like a thank you card with, and there'd be a little note in there, and it'd all be drizzle, 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 signature, thank you card. And let me, while I have this open, let me just use the Omniflex so we can kind of, I love visuals, and I can send you also, you know, if you like this idea, we'll have to double it up. We'll hang it double. Close up. So we'll set this bad boy like that, and we can string it through the top, and we'll worry about the length of it in just a moment. So have it a little bit more like this. Now, all of this stuff also, oh, that clicks pretty tight. Let me hang it a little lower. I've never tried anything like this, so I love that you messaged, and I don't know if this is what you want, but I'm doing some other things with these 2020 reminders, so I don't know if I'll get them on. I think they might just be gifts for friends and family this year, and we can find another. I don't like the way that hangs. I apologize, but we're live, but we're not live. And I apologize for the black paint that's under my nails and on my skin because I'm so dry. But lots of extra side things right now. Well, I might not be able to open it, but I can open it back up. But for time's sake, I feel strange. Hold on just a moment. There we go. Let's have it hang straight down, as down as well as it will hang straight down. So again, it's all organically happening in the moment. I'll have to figure a better way to get it to hang, but basically it would be 2020, and then if he turned it around, he'd be able to see the invoices, he'd be able to see, and every time you turned it, I know it says Amazon on the tape here, but it would have the Lodge cast iron would be taped around these boxes, and it would be in the logo colors. And I'll send you the logo that I saw that they have on the outside of skillets for marketing that I thought was really cool. But we could do something along these lines where he could, and if push comes to shove and it doesn't look good having that hang, we could just have a 2020. No, we could do it on the outside. Hey Google, please stop. Sorry, I've got timers on everything right now just because I've got a couple things in the oven baking. But so let me do this. I'll put this back. If you have a particular color ribbon or something, we could have this hanging on the front of that as well. We could, like the low. It doesn't even have to have a date, but I just thought that would be one of those things that's sentimental and reminds us of this year for the different reasons that this year is a reminder. And so, but we could in a bow. Let me see if I have any ribbon around me right now. I don't. But like a holiday bow or something like that, and then just have this. This could be tied in there so that at least you have that that reminder of when this was given. And go from there. Like, let me know if this seems like we're on the right path. If you would rather, I can just take all that out and move this over. We have the large boxes as well. We could double stack a large box and a small box, like maybe something like this. We could still do the skillet logo wrapped around these. We could still do something where the blueprint, the invoice, the thank you card. Actually, let me move these down. Let me angle it up this way. We would do the invoice, the envelope, the blueprint of the design of the box that he made, and like thank you, and the thank you actually could be, if you would rather, we could do something like this. The thank you would be from you. We could do a personal thank you, and all of these things could be glued on, but only under in a way that it would kind of flutter a little bit and I have the filament on this particular corner, so let me lay this down so you can just kind of like let that season. And right here, where are my, hold on just a second. Let me get my Christmas hooks for my crafting. On each one of my boxes on the corner, unless requested, on each one of the boxes, I have the filament and it's tied pretty tight so that you can hang, and this can hang either like on a Christmas tree or on a wreath. Also, the filament is the width of the box, so if you wanted to put a piece of ribbon. So what I was thinking is, even though the filament is on, it's already on these ones, on this one side for this order, we could do a filament on just the back box or just the front box, and since all this other stuff is glued on, it could just hang on the Christmas tree that way. So that, or we could even go so far as to put this in one of these boxes as well, because it will actually fit one large, one small. And we could put it in at an angle, have all that stuff glued in there, put it in at an angle, and once it's glued, put it in at an angle, and then it can be set, sorry, so that it's laying there, and everything would obviously be glued in there. We can still do the bubble, the packing tape, and we can still do. But then this way, because it's paper, it'll last a lot longer. I don't know exactly where you are. In California, it's pretty dry, desert. It's obviously really dry in Arizona, but it might last longer. And you could, it would still have that thing. It could still have the thank you card right at the top, where and you could look at it and it could have something special said. So it could be like this, it could be outside of the box. If you don't like these ideas and you want to implement something else, I still think it would be a good idea, especially if you, if your standard Christmas decorating is red and green. Just I could do a minimalist red bow and have this sticking in it, just so that you have it again as a reminder of what year it was that you gave this to him. If it's green, if it's black, if it's white, if you know, something so that's just a very minimal, so that it doesn't take the eye away from the heart of or what really is important. And I can still put some of these at the bottom. Let me know what you want. I know this video is 12 minutes long. I apologize. I just wanted to do something that would closely represent what you were asking for. And I can pull logos and put them through a program that I work with and print them out. The editing on these boxes is really easy for me. For you, I just really love the idea that you want to do this for your husband, and I just hope you're having a wonderful day, and let me know. Thanks!